Chris asks a question. Hi, Dan. Do you think there's much value in lifting with a straight barbell when there are other alternatives? I'm a former powerlifter who transitioned to training BJJ, judo, and now I find squatting, deadlifting, and benching with the straight bars rougher on my shoulders, elbows, and low back. Well, you were a powerlifter who got into a martial arts, so yeah, you're going to have some issues. Have a trap bar, which I've been using for deadlifts, sure, and a safety squat bar for squats, and find them a lot more forgiving, even when I use smaller weights. Here at the gym, we use Dave Draper's True Squat, TRU squat. Same idea as a safety squat. Yeah, I think there's great value in that. Of course, Chris, I want you to think about this. If you have to constantly keep adapting your equipment because of your injuries, and I've done that myself, here's a little caveat to you. Let's stop for a moment and let's rethink this. If you can't squat because you can't get your hands back there, those mobility, flexibility, injury issues are just going to exacerbate as you age. So I'm just tossing that out to you, something to think about long term. So yeah, I'm a big fan of those things. And now comes the big question. Lastly, do you think there's much carryover between using these bars? For example, if I worked up to a 300 kilo trap bar deadlift, surely I could straight bar deadlift 85 to 90% of that. Well, that's not been anybody's experience that I know. The trap bar is a little bit too forgiving when it comes to deadlifts. My friend, the great late Lane Cannon, was doing high intensity training, HIIT, and he got his. Now I want you to hear this number. Since you're using kilos, I'll translate it both ways. So he got up to 405 kilos in the trap bar deadlift for 20, which is what 405 is 100. It's 185 kilos for 20 reps, and then he decided to max out, and he got to 192.5, and he was heartbroken. And we had a long discussion about it, and the problem with training yourself up to 20 reps doesn't correlate to a single. Trap bars, does it correlate to you? Now, if you're this tall, it probably will. If you're this tall, it might not. The grip on the farmer bar is a lot more forgiving than this grip. So it'll be interesting. I can't say yes or no. I would sneak, if on the 90%, I would slide back towards maybe the 85%. That's just my surmise. Okay, it's my experienced guess. But many people who train on the different bars are often a little disappointed when they go to the competitive bars. Again, though, don't take this as one is good and one is evil. It's simply the fact that those other pieces of equipment are designed to, get around some things, and there's nothing wrong with that. For our listeners who don't have all that equipment, ignore everything we just talked about. Thank you.